You ever notice how the moment you finally stop chasing someone, they suddenly pop back up like a surprise guest in a horror movie? You gave them space. You stopped texting, stopped calling, stopped wondering if they were thinking about you, and then boom. Hey stranger, now you're just sitting there thinking, why now? What changed? And why do they always come back when I no longer care? Well, my friend, that's not an accident. And it's not magic either. It's psychology. It's human nature. And it's also a little bit of Stoicism sprinkled in. So grab a snack, sit back, and let's break down the 7 real reasons why they came back. After you gave them distance, you're gonna love this one. Reason number 1, people always want what they can't have. Let's start with a simple truth. We humans are weird. Tell someone they can have you whenever they want, and they'll take their sweet time like you're the leftovers in the fridge. But make yourself unavailable, suddenly you're a gourmet 5-star dish they need right now. It's called the scarcity principle. When you were always around, they felt safe, maybe even bored. But when you pulled back, something in their brain said, wait, where'd they go? Do they not like me anymore? And that's when the panic sets in. This isn't just about love. It happens everywhere. Remember that toy every kid wanted growing up? It was never the one on sale. It was the one that was sold out everywhere. Same thing. When you created space, you also created value. Reason number 2, your absence spoke louder than your words. You didn't beg. You didn't send long paragraphs explaining your worth. You simply disappeared. That's powerful. Stoicism teaches us that self-control is strength. And silence? Silence is a megaphone. When you go quiet, they're left with only their thoughts. And thoughts can be loud when you're used to noise. They start replaying conversations, wondering if you're upset, questioning if they messed up. Meanwhile, you're out here just living your life, probably watching cat videos and eating pizza. But to them, your silence is screaming. And nothing makes someone reflect more than the sudden absence of someone they took for granted. Reason number 3, curiosity kicked in. Here's a little secret about humans. We're nosy. When you stop giving someone updates about your life, they start to wonder, what are they doing? Are they seeing someone? Did they forget about me? Their curiosity goes into overdrive. Think about it. If you see someone post every day on Instagram and suddenly they vanish, your brain needs to know why. Did they get married? Join a cult? Go off-grid? You became a mystery. And mystery is attractive. They didn't come back because they knew what was going on with you. They came back because they didn't. Reason number 4, you triggered their ego. Let's get brutally honest here. Sometimes they didn't come back because they missed you. They came back because their ego couldn't handle being ignored. Some people can't stand the idea of someone not needing them. It bruises their pride. When you stopped reaching out, it wasn't just silence, it was rejection. And to someone with a fragile ego, that feels like a punch to the gut. Now they have to win you back just to feel good about themselves again. It's not always love. Sometimes it's just a game of who has the power now. And thanks to your distance, you do. Reason number 5, they finally had time to reflect. When you were always present, they didn't have to think about their actions. They didn't have to miss you. You were just there. But when you stepped back, you created space for reflection. And in that space, people start to connect dots. Why did they stop talking to me? Was I cold? Did I take them for granted? Sometimes people need silence to hear their own thoughts. And when those thoughts are filled with memories of you being kind, supportive, and consistent, regret starts to bubble up. That regret can be strong enough to pull them right back to you. Reason number 6, your energy changed. Here's the thing, when you give someone distance, you're not just stepping away physically, you're shifting your energy. Before, you were focused on them, thinking about them, maybe even stressed over them. But when you pulled back, your focus shifted. You started investing in yourself. You laughed more, glowed more, started hitting the gym, maybe even got a fresh haircut and began strutting around like you're in a music video. That energy? It's contagious, and people can feel it even through a screen. Suddenly you seem happier, more confident, less bothered, and that's attractive. Now they're wondering, wait, were they the problem? Did I mess this up? Spoiler alert, probably. Reason number 7, you taught them a lesson. Without saying a word, you didn't scream, you didn't argue, you didn't throw a dramatic "I'm done" speech. You just walked away. And sometimes, that's the most powerful message of all. Stoicism is about mastering your emotions, about choosing peace over drama. When you calmly remove yourself from someone who doesn't value you, it teaches them something they might have never learned before. That you're not afraid to lose people who don't treat you right. That kind of quiet strength, it sticks with people. Long after the texts stop, long after the calls end, that strength lingers, and sometimes it brings them right back, humbled. So here's the deal. When you gave them distance, you didn't lose anything. You gained clarity, you gained power, you gained peace. And if they came back, it's because they finally realized your worth. But here's the real question. Do you still want them now? Because sometimes they come back too late. And sometimes you outgrow the people you used to chase. That's the beauty of growth. That's the beauty of Stoicism. You didn't chase. You didn't beg. You didn't fold. You stood still and let the truth reveal itself. So next time someone disappears, don't panic. Don't overthink. Just lean back. Breathe. Let the silence do the work. Because if they come back, you'll know why. And if they don't, you'll be just fine. Thanks for watching. And remember, the strongest move is no move at all. Catch you in the next one.